If you would have told me 2 years ago when I got into house plants that Hoya would probably be my favorite type of plant, I would have said, you're lying. But 2 years in, I absolutely love Hoya. I love a good Hoya. And I think it's primarily the Hoya that have the possibility of like sun stressing, or they just look wonky. Like, I just love that. So today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 Hoya in my collection. And when I say in my collection, these are just the Hoya that I love that I have. There are plenty of Hoya that I love that I don't have. And why don't I have them? Because they cost an arm and a leg, and I don't have an arm and a leg to give. But I have been on Palm Street here lately, and y'all gonna see the damage eventually. But I've also been on Reddit, and the people on Reddit have been looking out. And yes, I said Reddit. You didn't know you could buy plants on Reddit? Well, now you do. So get into it. My name's Kiera, and welcome to the Plant Edit. Let's get into my top 5 Hoya. So coming in at number 5 in my collection, I have my Hoya C.V. Louise, and she's put out these nice juicy leaves for me. And this is a plant that I actually got off Reddit, and when I first got it, I just had this one leaf. So like I said, I started buying plants on Reddit, and when I was like, that's how I got into Hoya, was Reddit. There's a page on there, or a community called Take a Plant, Leave a Plant, and so I bought a bunch of Hoya off there, and it's been up ever since. So this one, like I said, I got it when it was just this little cutting, and she's since grown out 2 babies for me. And I rooted her in Fluvostratum. I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I said, I think in a previous video, at first I had bought a Finlaysonii. Yeah, I bought a Finlaysonii, and I put it in perlite, I put it in water, then I put it back in perlite, and I killed the whole thing. So I was worried when I got this one and it was just a single leaf, but nope, I've been able to take care of her. And as you can see, she is in a self-watering pot. She's pretty slow growing, but I mean, she's been doing her dang thing since I got her. I don't remember when I got it, but I think I said in my last video, she had a baby coming in at the very tip, and I let her dry out too much, and so I killed it. But I still have these 2 pretty leaves. I will eventually probably try to put her on a trellis or something, but for right now, I'm just letting her hang out. So this is number 5, my Hoya C.V. Louise. Coming in at number 4 is my Hoya globulosa. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna pronounce it, my Hoya globulosa. And as you can see, she has a baby coming in. And I think what I like about this plant so much is how, like I said, like, I like wonky leaves. Like, the leaves are just wonky, and like you can see like the veining on the back of it. I just think that is the coolest thing. And she's definitely fuzzy. I got this plant, I don't remember, but if I do remember, I'll put it on the screen. But I got this plant not too long ago. It's definitely been within the last 6 months. And she wasn't really growing much, but like I said, she has a baby coming out. The baby is super dang fuzzy. Yeah, there we go. Well, the baby is super fuzzy, and so I'm excited to see what her new leaf comes out to look like, because as you can see, like, they're all a little wonky. Like, they're all a little different. Like, this one's more rounded than this one. This one's like more narrow at the top there. So I'm excited to see what this ends up looking like. But this one definitely is number 4 for me. Once I seen it had some new growth coming in, I was super excited, just because I just wanted to grow. I wanted to do more. And if I remember correctly, this has super cute little blooms. And no, I have never gotten a Hoya to bloom, but when I do, y'all might as well call them people, because I'm not gonna stop talking about it. And at number 3 is my Hoya Waymane. That's how I say it. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation or not, but that's how I've been getting down since I got her. So I got this plant from Equigenera. I bought it on a live sale, I believe. And when I first got it, it was probably from like here down. And as you can see, like, these are wonky leaves. These leaves look like old and dirty. but I absolutely love it. And you can see also she has some new growth, and sometimes the new growth coming in looks like mealies, and I've never had mealy bugs, but let me tell y'all, the day I get mealies is the day I wrap this shit up. That will be the end. I have had to battle spider mites, thrips, of course fungus gnats. Who hasn't had fungus gnats? But I have not had aphids or scale or mealy bugs. But the way mealies look, I just can't get behind it. So if I get mealies, I'm chopping shit up. Like, that's just what it boils down to. I'm done with these plants. And my mom said the same thing. It's just like, they look crazy. There's no reason that should be on my plants. But anyways, let's get back to this Hoya. So, like I said, new growth coming in, super cute. And honestly, I feel like this Hoya grows pretty quick, I can't lie, because I just had this leaf coming. It's still not fully hardened. This leaf is, but like, I think what I love about this Hoya so much is that when it is coming in, it has that like dark purple tint to it. And then like literally every time it's at least 2 leaves. Like, they're back to back. Like, as you can see, this one's coming in and then it's already popping out that, because like I said, this leaf is pretty new still, and then it's already got that baby pushed out. And like I said, these leaves are just wonky. Like, they always grow in like still kind of furrowed up, if you want to say. And then my leaves at the bottom are obviously like, they look crusty. She's fuzzy, but not like excessively fuzzy like the globulosa. So this is definitely one of my top 5 Hoya. Obviously it's number 3. And as you can see, I have it on a trellis, and I'm just kind of letting her do her thing. So yeah, that is my Hoya Wavinae. Coming in at number 2, which is really not a surprise, is my Hoya calistophylla. So I also got this plant from Ecuagenera when I got my Wavinae, and she has pushed out so many leaves. You can kind of tell which new leaves are the newest ones just based off like how they're still dark. And that is actually systemics that I have on, like the top of it. I like watered it and had to clean them. But anyways, you can see that these are the newer leaves. The older leaves kind of have like this bleach look, and I think that's from when they were like still with Ecuagenera. But let me see, I have 1 2 3 4 5. I've gotten 5 leaves since I got this plant, and I've had this plant probably since, I'd probably say like August or September. So it's not like it's like pushing them out left and right, but it's pushing them out. And then I'm probably not gonna be able to show, but like underneath I have some like little babies growing in. So I think that's probably why this is one of my favorite Hoya, is because like I said, the new leaves, they come in with like some great splashing. None of them look alike, honestly. Like, the splashing on them is crazy. You can see like the veining, like depending on the lighting, you can like see through them. And I think this is just such a beautiful plant. And honestly, she's pretty easy to grow. Like I said, most of my Hoya are in self-watering pots, so I really don't have to do too much for her. So she just kind of does her thing. And then as you can see, I have this, I'm gonna call it a tendril, this tendril coming out. And so hopefully I get some new babies on this and it kind of starts to sprout out. But that's like the only one I have at all. Like, everything else is pretty stuck on, like I don't know what this is called, but pretty much just grown off that, like off the base of it. So if I finally start to get something from this runner, that'd be great. It doesn't really seem like too much, but yeah. So pretty much this plant is super easy to grow. I just let it do its thing and it rewards me with new leaves. So that is my Hoya calistophylla. So my number 1 Hoya for right now, because it's in my collection, is my Hoya clementiorum. So I do not have this one labeled. Once again, it's in a self-watering pot, and as you can see, I have some babies coming in. I'm trying to get a better angle. Oh, she's taking it. So I think what makes this plant my number 1 Hoya in my collection is the fact that she just looks so prehistoric and old. Like, look at the splashing on that, like, and it kind of looks like the calistophylla, so that would make sense why these would be my top 2. But if you look at the splashing on that, the veining on the back. She's just gorgeous. There is nothing wrong about this plant in my eyes. And then like you can sun stress it. Oh, and they get like that little purple tint to them, sometimes like a little red from what I've been able to see. I just love her. I've had this one since a little bit before Christmas, and so she hasn't grown a crazy amount, but the fact that she's given me 2 leaves, that's sufficient to me. And then at the very base or the tip, you can kind of see she's growing out some more there. So yeah, this is the Clemenciorum. This is her. This is the girl. This is the it girl in my collection. I have nothing bad to say about her. She's super simple, and I said like that because I think she did have spider mites, but that's not her fault. That's not her fault at all. I got her from Gabrielle's plant, so I guess it's their fault, not hers. She's innocent. And there is this like super washed out leaf at the bottom, but it literally is stuck on there. Like I've tried to pluck it, she don't pluck, she's stuck. So I just left it down there. It kind of looks like algae on it, whatever. It hasn't stopped her from growing. So this is my number 1, which is my Hoya Clemenciorum. So honorable mention number 1 is my Hoya Caudata Sumatra, and I love this Hoya, and honestly it probably is definitely in my top 5, but I feel like I just favor this Hoya so much I couldn't do it. So she constantly puts out new leaves, and the splashing on these leaves are crazy. They are so fuzzy. She just does what she wants, and I love it. She's growing up this trellis. I have this leaf that hasn't even hardened off yet. This leaf definitely has not hardened off yet, and it's like she can sun stress with the right setting, we'll say. So I'm hoping one day to get her sun stress. She sits right under the light there, so if I can get her to sun stress, she'd be perfect. I've seen pictures of them when they're like red, and there's nothing more I want than an extremely red Caudata Sumatra. So this is my first honorable mention, my sweetness right here. All right, so that is the end of my top 5 Hoya in my collection. I'm sure, like I said, once these plants start rolling in from Palm Street and from Reddit, I will definitely be reworking this list, but for now this is what I have, and I'm very happy with that. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.